depths abyss, come forth!
This winter season was nothing but hype, but can the spring season do the same for us? Well, we might not have a variety of things to choose from, but we do have some good anime coming back or some new faces making their appearance with their original and interesting stories. So without further wait, here's the best anime arriving this spring of 2021.
先輩ですね。
Starting this list, we have Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, beyond the traditional bounds of creating female characters, and makes us question whether it's a genuine idea of the author or another marketing trick. In previous seasons, we had ones like Eromanga Sensei, and this season, it's none other than Nagatoro-san. This follows the titular main character bullying her senpai all day after discovering lewd drawings. And if that doesn't sound refreshing to you, it isn't. But the characters are what will grip your attention. From the trailer itself, I can see Nagatoro becoming one of those meme-based characters, and without a doubt, this show is going to pull off one of those twists like in Teasing Master Takagi-san. Bullying is bad, but when it's an anime girl doing it, that's gonna be fun. Coming in next is Megalobox. It's been some time since we got some good action anime, and I'm not speaking that Attack on Titan levels of action or the God of High School levels of fist fighting, but some good old smashing inside the boxing ring. So a new type of boxing comes into town, where mechanical limbs known as gear are used to enhance the power and agility of the user. In the first season we met Junk Dog, who went onto his own battle royale as he ascended the power scales, fighting one opponent after the other, and learning some valuable lessons, and his sequel is on the way. I'd like to see what this season of Megalobox would award me with. More action? Definitely. But rather than that, I also like to see how our main character would handle way tougher situations with his gear and his willpower. Up next is I shaved, then I bought a high school girl home, Higehiro. Next up we have the domestic girlfriend of the spring season, Hige wo Soru. When I compared this to Domestic Girlfriend, I didn't mean about those incest and student-teacher moments, but those raunchy scenes that add the extra layer to the romance genre and label the show as something more adult-oriented. Our main character here is Yoshida, who, after failing to confess to his crush, hooks up with another girl. But this girl is no ordinary girl. She's a high schooler with a rather troubled past that is in search of a home. So our main character isn't hesitant to provide her one, but only if she does the dishes and keeps the house clean. It's going to be one of those subtle romance shows with a rather seductive side. At 7 we have To Your Eternity. You might recognize this and open your mouths to claim that this was supposed to be released in the fall season, but the pandemic, being the nice thing it is, decided to push its release date back further to the spring season. Fumetsu no Anata e, or To Your Eternity, follows a mysterious immortal creature named Fushi. He is sent towards Earth with no memory, no identity, or no goals for his life. He shapeshifts into objects as well as animals, and his last shapeshifting makes him a dying wolf. Here he meets a boy who is alone, and it doesn't take long for the two to strike a bond. It doesn't have action or plot twists that will blow your head away, but it will hit closer to your heart as it deals with the issue of what loneliness actually means and how to cope with it.
飼い主に似て君もカードは苦手なようだ。
If you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes, then the word Moriarty isn't new to you. Moriarty the Patriot tells the story of Holmes' favorite rival, showing his side of things and how he became the prodigy he was then. Similar to Holmes, he starts with his own detective agency and helps others solve crimes that at first seem complex. If you're a fan of Sherlock Holmes, then this series is for you. It does an incredible job building up Moriarty's side of things and creating a strong narrative for his character. The second season is airing this spring, so if you haven't watched the first yet, make sure to binge watch it. At 5 is Iruma-kun Season 2. We're not short on demons next season, because next up we have the second season of Iruma-kun. Mairimashita Iruma-kun, or Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun, is about a boy named Iruma Suzuki, who is sold to demons by his parents. A demon named Sullivan rescues him and adopts him as his grandson. Iruma soon visits a school for demons, but Sullivan warns him to never reveal his identity as a human among other demons. The first season followed Iruma trying to blend in with the demon crowd, while trying to hide his identity, and the second season will follow the rest of his school year while adapting the next arc of the manga. If you need a fun and enjoyable comedic ride to hell with a demon, then don't miss out on this one. Shaman King comes in next. With all these new anime releasing nowadays, we seem to forget the classics, don't we? One of the anime I'm looking forward to is Shaman King, The Adventures of Yo Asakura, and his character journey is sure to be a fresh ride for many. Why do I call this one a fresh ride? Well, since this is an old anime made anew, you've got no modern cliches interrupting the narrative, and instead, you get that good old shonen storyline where the main character pursues his destiny while gaining power-ups in each arc. If you're a shonen fan and miss those old classics, then make sure to give this one a watch.
マジかガバイ本格的なの来たやんあいつらこれ行くとか面白かやってみやがる小娘
Taking the third spot is Zombieland Saga Revenge. Anime knows how to add the kawaii factor to anything, doesn't it? The original Zombieland Saga was about cute girls doing zombie-like things. But if you expect this to be a tragic Walking Dead, well, you're wrong. Zombieland Saga is a nice blend of music and comedy with a bunch of interesting characters summoned from different eras trying to interact with each other. I'm looking forward to this one because I'm sure this is going to be the lighthearted show of the season. Instead of all the fighting, bloodshed, and shonen sweat and tears, you get music to soothe your ears. Don't let the sequel's title fool you. You'll still get your dose of cuteness plus musical melody in this one.
Never expect mercy from a demon lord.
At the runner-up spot, we have How Not to Summon a Demon Lord Omega. If you're sad about not getting an isekai anime with an overpowered main character, then don't fret, because the Demon Lord and his harem is coming back again. To be honest, the premise of How Not to Summon a Demon Lord felt a little too cliche, but the build-up was what made it more interesting. Instead of becoming another isekai clone, the anime did a few changes to some tropes to make it more interesting. Needless to say, the storyline is mostly aimed towards fan service, but for the first time, light novels seem to realize getting an overpowered character and giving him a harem is an excellent way to generate tension. The second season is coming this spring, so stay tuned for this one.
さっきまでと様子が
And it's no surprise to see My Hero Academia Season 5 take the top spot. The most popular shonen is coming back again with its 5th season. The stakes are high, the villains are back, and our favorite class of students once again have threats facing them. Or is it just Deku pulling up another I wanna be a hero stunt and calling danger onto him? The last season had some good tension, and even focused on side characters like Endeavor. And if the reviews of manga fans are right, we are in for yet another great arc in this new season. My Hero Academia is ticking all the right boxes when it comes to shonen anime, so needless to say, this is the best anime arriving this spring. So, did you like our picks? There are some new anime as well as some old ones coming back, so I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments. That's all for today, anime fans, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.